Listen, I want to talk to you about the 4 stages of writer's block or creativity block, which could have to do with design, making videos, anything that you create, let's say out of thin air into an asset, content, writing, blog posts, websites, all of that have to do with this. Doesn't matter that you're not like writing a book or writing any sort of creation. We run into 4 stages of this block. Now, what's the first stage? The first stage, and a lot of people, before I go to that, believe that they're at stage 4, but oftentimes I'm finding they're right around stage 1 or 2. Stage 1 very specifically has to do with who you are communicating with, not meaning who are you making content for, making a product for, writing for. You need to know this before you can ever get to these stages. And if you don't know that, that has to do with really identifying where you're at, what your goals are, who you're trying to serve. And I have a number of podcast episodes on this topic about finding your purpose, identifying where you're at, a roadmap to lead you on which way to go, how to create content that converts, how to find your target customer. So who is the first part? Once you have who identified, the next stage is what, meaning what does this person need help with? And I hope you're getting a picture here. Writer's block and creativity block actually have nothing to do with you. I get it. You experience it. You're feeling it. You're feeling the block yourself. But it actually has to do with a misidentification of who you're serving and what you're going to serve those people with, and knowing, okay, what topic am I going to create content about? What product am I going to create? What am I writing about? What do I need to put down on paper? And then there's actually a stage 2 of what. So let's say, we're going to say network marketers or authors. Those are 2 people. Okay, we got network marketers and authors. What? Okay, now we're going to help them get leads, get readers. Okay, now we run into, oh no, this is the 3rd stage of writer's block. Now that we know that we're going to try to help people get readers or get leads, the 3rd stage is what? Again, what do they need to know? What's the first step for that? Where are people at? And this is where the feedback loop comes in. Asking questions from people, putting yourself out there, taking a risk, making content, writing something. This is where I see a lot of people get stuck. After they get right here, they really stay right around this. What should I actually say? I know that I'm trying to help network marketers get more leads. I know that I'm trying to help people lose weight, okay? For example, let's say you're a network marketer. I know that I'm trying to help authors get more readers. I know that I'm trying to get customers, but what are those? So see, once you identify this, now we're like, what do I actually say that they want to hear? And this comes from really putting yourself in the position of who and what they're trying to do and working backwards to, okay, what is the first step? What is the first step to help people in? Okay, we need to get leads. We need to identify how to find a lead source. Oh, we need to help people with their weight loss. Okay, we need to find those people. We need to communicate the pain points and the needs that they have. And this right here dials into writer's block. Okay, now once you know, and this is the 4th stage of writer's block, who you're talking to, what you're trying to help them with, and what that step is. Let's say it's just finding a lead provider. I'm sticking on the network marketing topic. Finding a lead provider, or could be finding a publisher for your book. Okay, now that you know that's really honed in. So these are 3 stages of writing. We know who we're talking to, what we're trying to help them with, and then exactly what step of it. So getting leads could have 5 to 10 pieces of content, for example, about that. Now that we know that one step, this is true writer's block right here, the blank page. How do I show people? What should I say? And this really is coming face to face with realizing that when we put ourselves out there, it's a risk. To write, to create, it's a risk. We need to be willing to take a risk and know that maybe it's not going to be perfect. Maybe it's not going to be exactly the right thing right away, or we can change it later. So if I'm going to help somebody get leads, help somebody identify a lead source, when I go to put pen to paper or when I press record on the camera, what am I going to say? And this is where a lot of people freeze up, and they freeze because of a belief that if I don't say it the right way, if I don't put the right words down, people are going to judge me. People are going to think bad of me. People are going to think that I don't know what I'm talking about. People are going to worry about that. Or this is the other side of it, taking false responsibility. I don't want to lead somebody in the wrong direction, so I'm not going to say anything, or I'm worried that it's not the right way, or maybe because I'm not totally an expert at this, I can't talk about it. It's all these internal fears of trying to control the perception of how people see us. And that's really the root cause of creativity and writer's block, is worrying about how other people perceive you, worrying about how they look at what you're doing and perceive it. And this comes from, I'm going to be perfectly a little harsh here. This comes from how we look at other people and judge them. How we look at when somebody else does something and we might prejudge. And so we believe that we have to be at that certain level based on how we look at other people to do the thing that we know that we need to do. And so we paralyze ourselves because we're like, okay, well, they're at step 100. Maybe they've been doing it for 6 years, 10 years, 15 years. You might even look at me while I make this content and say, well, Jeremiah's been doing that for 17 years. He's been helping businesses do this, so I can't do that. Yeah, but you know what? About 9 months ago, I started making daily videos. I had never done daily videos in my life. I was terrified to do daily videos. And so I want to break the lid off of this myth right here, that people that have experience are perfect all the time, that they always have everything perfect before they get started. I didn't know what to talk about 9 months ago. Pressing record on the camera scared me. In fact, it still makes me nervous. Before I pressed record on this video, I was nervous, but I still pressed record. Every time that I write a blog post or an email or sales copy or Facebook ads, I get those little nerves. But what's happened is I've reassociated that with excitement. I've reassociated that feeling with the excitement of where I'm going. And so once I hone in on who I'm serving, how I'm going to serve them, what step I'm going to do, the first step of breakthrough is putting pen to paper. Just start typing. Or with video, just start recording. Or if you're creating something, maybe artwork, just start. You get it? You have to just start. You have to push the play button on your life and get started. And this is the point where people block themselves because they believe that they have to be at step 5, a completed, I'm just going to put right here, completed piece of creative material before they can do step 4. They believe that before they can start with step 4, they have to know with certainty that it's going to be perfect. And they spin in this loop. It's a mental glitch where people get stuck in their head trying to do everything perfect based on the perceptions of how people see them, and they never get started. And so I want to encourage you, if you're dealing with creativity block, writer's block, content creation block, just start recording. Put it out there. That's why I tell people to do live videos, because you have to come face to face with that fear and put it out there. Just start typing, even if it's not perfect, even if it's not exactly how it needs to be. It's okay. Just start doing that thing and start to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep moving forward towards your goals. The biggest thing that kills creativity is fear, because we have in the part of our brain, I don't know all the science about it, but in our brain, when we are afraid of doing something, it actually puts a lock and shuts down the creative part of our brain. It is actually physically not possible to have fear and worry and be ultra creative. You can do a little bit because there's people that do that, but it's not at the maximum level. And so that's why I constantly am telling people, you need to get past the fear. You need to break through from the fear. The fear is an invisible wall that is stopping you. You can't ignore it. You have to acknowledge it and say, listen, I'm afraid of this, but I'm not going to let that fear keep me from writing, keep me from making videos, keep me from calling leads, keep me from creating a product, keep me from selling. I'm not going to let the perception of somebody thinking that I'm pressuring them into a sale keep me from selling something. I'm not going to let the perception of what people believe about me, what we believe other people believe about us, keep me from doing the thing that I know that I need to do. My friends, there is no way around this. You have to come face to face with what you're afraid of, why you're stuck, why you are not just typing, why you are not just pressing record, why you are not just, and oftentimes it goes back to childhood or maybe back to a work experience or back to some point where you made a mistake and got really hurt by how you got in trouble. You have to make peace with that experience. Let it go into the past. You cannot hold on to the experiences of the past if you want to keep moving forward. You need to make and declare that I will write today. I will record videos today. I will create my content. I will call those leads. I will make a phone call. I will call some publishers. Whatever that is, whatever your thing is. If your thing isn't on this list, I want you to write it in the comments, by the way. What is your thing that you're dealing with creativity block? I want to hear this from people because I want to help some people, and I want to make a series of videos that is going to help people get from this place. So once you're at this place, what are those feelings? What are you worried about? What is stopping you? And by the way, it's okay. I'm not going to be disappointed in you at all. I don't want you to think that, you know, you can say anything wrong to upset me or the wrong thing. This is another area where people get stuck. They won't even ask for help. I'm sorry, this really upsets me because like there's a process that people can use to break through from this, but they won't even ask for help because they're afraid of looking bad to a coach or a mentor or a teacher, or that their friends are going to see their comments or their customers are going to see a comment on a post or in a group. And so they don't want to put that out there that they don't have everything all together. My friends, I want to tell you this. I don't have everything all together, but what I do know is that I know who I'm trying to help. That's you. I know what I'm trying to help you do. Get past your fear and create whatever it is that you want to create. The first step of this is helping you break through this fear and just getting started. And so I need you to meet me halfway. Let me know in the comments what it is, what's blocking you. What is your creativity block? You need to admit to it. You need to verbalize it. You need to put it down, because then that is the only way that you will be able to create a new belief, a new declaration, a new statement. So let's say I am worried what people will say, so I don't write, or I don't make videos. Your next declaration is, whether people think anything wrong of me or not, it's okay. I'm going to press record. I'm going to do this. And then your actions follow what you declare, what you write down, what you say that you are going to do. You need to start keeping the promises that you make to yourself to stay consistent towards your goals. I have over 43 podcast episodes on the hashtag Grow Your Life podcast. Look it up on any podcast app anywhere. Join the hashtag Grow Your Life group on Facebook. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, coaching you through this process to reach your goals, like I've helped business owners over the last 17 years, getting to 7 and 8 figures in their business, contact me. Go to my website, jeremiahkrakowski.com. I can't wait to hear from you. I can't wait to talk to you and help you reach your goals, and get to the next level. Grow your life, and we'll talk.